So, picture this. We're in the ancient city of Ujjain. Ram and Arjun are incredibly immersed in the fast-paced modern world, right? But down by the flowing waters of the Shipra River Ghats, their whole mindset gets disrupted. They cross paths with an elder Vedic teacher. Now, this is a man who isn't preaching at them, he's just existing in perfect harmony with nature. He has this rare, quiet wisdom, an undeniable sense of peace that strikes a really sharp contrast with the brothers' insulated modern lives. And it's his one simple observation that sparks everything that follows.
The teacher poses a simple, piercing question. What separates us from the Earth's energy? And his answer is surprisingly literal. He points out that simple footwear, the rubber, the foam, the synthetic soles that we wear every single day, well, it acts as an absolute barrier. It's an invisible wall that physically insulates and separates us from the vital, natural energy of the world we live in. We have literally wrapped ourselves in materials that block our connection to the planet. Crazy to think about, right?
That evening, the conversation carries an incredible emotional weight. Ram and Arjun are just consumed by confusion. They spend hours questioning the profound implications of what this teacher had said. I mean, think about it for yourself. If every step you take is insulated, how much of your environment are you actually experiencing? The brothers begin to realize that their entire modern existence might be fundamentally disconnected.
Let's move on to part 2. Journey to the Ancient Temple. The very next morning, the brothers get a call from Janaki. She's a compassionate young woman who clearly senses their unrest, and she invites them to go find answers, to step out of the concrete sprawl and back into the real world. Imagine moving past dense urban lines and opening up into a breathtaking, wild landscape. Swaying wheat fields, rich, warm red soil under the open sky, moving steadily toward a lush forest ridge. The sheer beauty of the environment serves as this massive reminder of what we miss when we lock ourselves indoors. The earth is vibrant, it's alive, and it's constantly inviting us back.
They finally arrive at the ancient Vedic Gurukul. The noise and the sharp edges of the city just fade away, completely replaced by this wild, ancient tranquility. The temple feels like an extension of the forest itself, a place where knowledge has been preserved in absolute harmony with the natural world.
Bringing us to part 3, Roots of the Earth. Inside, the trio discovers a massive, breathtaking mural. It depicts human beings not just standing on the ground, but fundamentally connected to the earth through thick physical roots. Beside it, the elder appears once again, delivering a powerful biological reality. Our bodies are built from the soil, the plants, the minerals, and the water. It's so easy to think of ourselves as these completely separate entities, but every single cell in our body is constructed from the elements of the earth. We are literally made of the ground we walk on.
So, the soil isn't just dirt, is it? It's the absolute source of life. The health of the soil directly dictates our own health. It builds our immunity, it influences our emotions, and it grows the food that sustains our very existence. When the soil is rich and connected, we thrive. When it's depleted, we suffer. It's that simple.
Now for part 4, the illusion of disconnection.
The teacher issues a pretty stark warning about our modern lifestyles here. We have built these highly synthetic environments, from our rubber-soled shoes to our sealed, air-conditioned buildings, that essentially trick us into believing we don't need nature. But this separation comes at a steep, invisible cost, leading to profound fatigue, stress, and a deep sense of isolation. But returning to the earth, actually touching it, engaging with it, restores our natural vitality. It's the difference between merely surviving in an artificial box and truly thriving in a living ecosystem.
This is where the teacher introduces the concept of grounding. And listen, this isn't just some clinical term, it's a deeply physical and spiritual reunion. It's like taking a severed wire and plugging it right back into its absolute power source. When you touch the bare earth, you are closing the circuit, allowing the planet's natural, stabilizing energy to flow right back into your body.
Which leads to our final section, part 5, One Step Barefoot. Leaving the temple, Ram, Arjun, and Janaki are visibly transformed. This is no longer just an abstract philosophical concept to them. It's a tangible reality that they are so eager to experience. On their journey home, they view the world with entirely new eyes. Those simple rural dirt roads, they're no longer just paths to walk upon. They are an intrinsic, living part of the landscape. And more importantly, they realize that they too are an intrinsic part of that exact same landscape. The illusion of separation has completely shattered.
As they get close to their home, the journey hits its emotional peak. Ram suddenly stops on the path. Deliberately, intentionally, he removes his sandals. He steps out of that synthetic insulation and places his bare feet directly onto the warm, rich red soil. It is this quiet, monumental act of finally returning home.
Seeing this, Arjun follows his brother's lead. He slips off his own shoes and steps onto the earth. The moment his bare feet touch the ground, you can see the tension just leave his body. He experiences a powerful, undeniable rush of belonging. A profound, grounding peace washes over him as the biological circuit is finally closed and the wire is reconnected to the source.
Janaki stands nearby, watching the brothers with a deep, compassionate expression. She sees the emotional weight of this moment. She watches as Ram and Arjun finally, truly understand the lesson the elder Vedic teacher imparted to them. They aren't just standing on the dirt anymore. They are rooted in it, feeling the pulse of the earth right beneath them.
Ram reaches out and holds Janaki's hand. Both of them are standing barefoot, completely grounded in the present moment, utterly connected to the natural environment around them. They are no longer separate, wandering observers. They are part of the ecosystem, reunited with the source of life itself.
Sometimes all it takes is one step barefoot to remember where we came from. Think about your own life for a minute. When was the absolute last time you truly felt the earth beneath your bare feet? Perhaps the peace and clarity you've been searching for isn't something you need to build or buy, but simply something you need to reconnect with. So, what's stopping you from taking off your shoes, stepping outside, and remembering where you belong?